Welcome back to Isa's Chaos Kitchen. Today we're gonna be making lemon pie. So lemon pie is super easy. It's like 5 ingredients. There you have them. But yeah, basically you just need condensed milk, lemon, eggs, and then this is whipping cream because it's not whipped yet. How would you make a whip noise? That's a good one, right? Whatever. This is this type of whipping. The whisk kind. That's the last step, so this is irrelevant. I forgot the butter. What's the secret to life? Butter. This is the same graham cracker crust thing as the pumpkin pie. So for crust, you need a whole pack of galleta Maria or graham cracker, and 85 grams of butter, melted. We'll do that later. This for hitting later. Then for your whipped cream, you need extra fine icing sugar and 250 milliliters of whipping cream, or 1 cup or 1/4 liter, however you want to do your math. 1/4 liter, 1 cup, 250 milliliters, dealer's choice. And then for the actual filling, condensed milk, half of, so 375 grams, which is 14 ounces, give or take. Let's do the math on this. 1 ounce is 28 grams. I don't like weed personally because it makes me paranoid as hell, but as a baker, it's a great conversion tool. So 14 times 28, 392. So yeah, 14 ounces of condensed milk, 4 lemons, and 3 egg yolks. So we need to separate them. So let's get ready to cook. You can put the cream away because we're not using it yet. To this side. Now, grab a pot, melt your butter, grab a scale to get your 850 grams. I love American recipes because it's like 1 can. 1 stick of butter. Ma'am, can you give me an actual number? Like, okay, I'm at 85. So this is 85 grams into, there you go. Now let's put this to melt. Make sure it doesn't boil. In the meantime, let's make some graham cracker. So when I did my pumpkin pie, I used the mortar and pestle to like grind it up. But you know what's an easier way to grind up? With whatever this is called. So get it into small amounts, break this. So much faster than a mortar and grinder. Fine powder. Heat up your oven to 200 degrees Celsius. In a bowl, make sure your lemons are clean. I'm just gonna clean them. So you need to get lemon skins. What's that called? Lemon mist. It's not mist. I recommend doing this before you squeeze the lemon. Okay, so I know a lot of DJs, and my DJ friends are super pretentious, and they're kind of annoying. I love them all, but I was thinking, like, what is everyone's issue with EDM? It's not that bad. I think the issue is that you associate it with a guy who sucks, like a dude who would go to Miami Ulta, which I get. But EDM is fun, though, and it's like an intro to, like, more experimental techno, right? At least for me it was. EDM is great for running. But I was thinking about this because, like, one of my most pretentious techno slut friends lives in Germany. As she should. Great place for a techno slut to live in. I was visiting her, and she has a favorite DJ guy who she's friends with because she, like, knows him from the scenes and stuff. So she was like, hey, this guy is playing, so let's go see him. And he's invited us to backstage. And I was like, I've never been backstage, but I gotta like behave properly as a backstage guest to the DJ who everyone's here to see. So I was there with the entourage of the DJ guy who was like his manager and his friends. And like the backstage was super fun. There was this huge fridge with a bunch of beers, and there was like vodka and Jagger shots because you can't go to Germany and not be handed Jagger shots. Sorry, Jaeger. And it was all free, and like we could smoke in the back room. Like it was super chill. And so I was like, okay, so is it fine if I take a shot? And all the entourage was like, yeah, of course. And then my friend was like, well, do you want to go dance with the DJ? And she was like, but if you're coming out with the DJ, you have to be like actually dancing because like the point is for, you know, the people who are next to the DJ to be looking cool. So I was like, yeah. So I understand my role. I can't just be standing there. Pause. I want to say something because I was at Coachella with my friend, another friend. They know each other, but we weren't there together. But dude, we were at the Eric Pritz set. There were these girls who were very obviously like OF models, you know, because it was like this 50, 60 plus year old dude who very obviously paid for them to be their like his man candy, you know? And like these girls were just like, dude, get me backstage next to Eric Priest. I'll be like, boom, 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 boom. Doesn't matter, I'm not angry. Come on, if you're gonna be backstage, like, do it, you know? So I was just asking everyone, like, is this okay? And everyone was like, yeah, Issa, it's fine. So before we went to the backstage, my friend and her friend were like, there's this girl who's going there. But she was the type of girl who was like, she cared a lot about like your IG followers or whatever. And apparently she was kind of stalking the DJ, but the DJ guys didn't like her because she was kind of a bitch. So they were like, just be aware that this girl is gonna be there and she has kind of like a stinky face. And at one point I was really tired because we'd been partying for like the last 3 days when in Germany. So I turned to the entourage, to the manager, like, can I take a nap here? And everybody's like, yeah, you can take a nap here. So I turned to my friend, I'm like, okay, dude, I'm gonna like sleep on you. Just wake me up in 10 minutes. And he was like, chill. So I just like took a nap because I was dying. Because since it was my friend's favorite DJ, we were like there for the whole night, you know? So I just took a nap and then I woke up after 10 minutes and everybody's like, Issa, you're back. And I'm like, hey, bitch. And they were like, do you want some vodka? Orange juice, and I was like, yeah, for real. Do you want a Jagger shot? I was like, yeah. We're at the backstage. DJ dude paid for our whole drinks. Everyone was super nice. We were able to chill there. We could dance. We could like go outside to the club, but then we could also have quiet time. And like, I mean, one thing is to invite my friend who he knows, but another one is like for her to invite like 5 people. So I'm next to my friend who is the guy I slept on while I took my 10-minute nap. And he's flirting with annoying girls. So I turn and I'm like, hey, dude, to my friend, like, what's the DJ's name? I was like, I want to address him by his actual name. Can I say something though? I'm always like clowning on my techno slut friends. And guess what? I went to Coachella this year and I only went to see DJs. And it's like, maybe the call is coming from inside the house. Maybe I'm a techno slut. I'm never beating the techno slut allegations. I remember I told my friend, another friend, that I spent like 3 years just going to techno festivals. And I told my friend, like, I need a rock concert. Where's my rock at? Because like 10 years ago, I also went to Coachella and it was all rock. And this year, all techno, dude. What happened to me? Where's all the rock? I will say though, 2015 Coachella lineup for rock was fucking awesome. It was like Glass Animals, Royal Blood, Muse, AC/DC. Now, I don't know, or maybe I'm too much in my raver era. Your butter should be melting. Let's pause this for a bit. So mix it in with your graham cracker. Scrape it as best you can. I did see Jungle. That's a great rock band. But Jungle is Jungle, you know, so good. Jungle is so good. I've been in love. So mix it until you get the consistency of wet sand. Wet sand. And into your little thingy, whatever. Grab your little glassy to push it down. I've been in love. Dude, Jungle needs to stop making amazing songs because then it's the only song I hear. Last year, you know what it was? Heavy California. I'm in shock that wasn't my most played song. It was my number 2. My number 1 was Moscow Mule. But now, I've been in love. They're so good. They're so good for no reason. No, they do have a reason. Making amazing music. I love Jungle. Everyone should listen to them. Okay, your crust is crusted. 7 minutes into the oven. So these are naked. So, we're at the backstage. My friend is flirting with the girl. So, I'm like, what's, Mr. DJ's actual name so I can, address him? Because he had been playing the whole night. The set was done, so he was like coming back to talk to all his entourage, So we were now chilling while the club was closing. So I turned to my friend, like, hey dude, what's his name? And so my friend is like, I don't know, John. This is Germany, so it was probably like, John. Fuck, what's a German name? Lars, isn't it? No, what's a German name? Fuck. I know German people. Why can't I come up with German names? Wilhelm, Gunther. So my friend is like, Adrian, Joe, whatever. So I'm like, okay, thanks. And then this girl turns to me and she's like, you do not get to address him as Joe. For you, his name is Mr. DJ. Like, I wasn't enough of a fan to, like, address him by his real name. I could only address him by his DJ name. So I just started laughing, dude. Because, like, what? What the hell, dude? She was so aggressive, even, like, she was like, you do not address him by his given name. For you, he is Mr. DJ. And I was like, what the fuck? And so I started laughing. And then this girl is like, what? Why are you laughing? I'm sorry for my German accent. And I'm like, Because you're such a ridiculous person. So she starts getting angry and she starts yelling in German. I don't know German. I know like, mein Name ist Isabel. Ich bin aus Mexico. See? I did 3 months of Duolingo 4 years ago. I knew more German before, but now ich nicht sprechen Deutsch. Anyways, and my friend's like, she thinks you're laughing at her, and I was like, I am. And then he starts laughing because I'm laughing, and then she starts freaking out because she thinks everyone's laughing at her because we were. And then the rest of the entourage, my friends for the night, they're like, what's happening? And I'm like, oh, she's not allowing me to call him by his government name. And everybody's like, what the fuck? Like, who is she, the head of the fan club? She thought she was head of the fan club. Everyone else was like, this is just a dude who's a DJ who has been nice enough to give us like free drinks for the night. So what the hell is your issue, right? And so then the whole entourage started laughing at her. And then she kept yelling in German, so it just became funnier. We finally left and we made it back on the trains. And then my friend was like, let's get some pretzels with butter. And we were eating pretzels with butter at like 8 a.m. Okay, so you have your ralladura de limon, which I forgot the name in English. Who cares? Wait. What am I doing? Let's do this like so it starts, you know, falling. Okay, so fuck. That's scary. I'm gonna go. Leave the oven on. So get your egg whites out. You have to like flip it. Like you cut it, I don't know what I'm saying. But you let the egg white fall to the side. And then you pass the yolk from one egg carton to the other. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm sorry. Let me tune into one language. You pass one yolk to one cáscara. Cáscara. But yeah, you just have to like pass the yolk from one side to the next until all of the egg white falls off. First yolk in. Woo! 2 in. Woo! 3 in. Woo! Okie dokie artichoke. Ah! Don't do that. Egg whites to your fridge. So start juicing your lemons, and you're gonna add the lemon juice slowly into your, you know, batter. So let's let the egg kind of mix. So yeah, we ended up getting pretzels with butter. So good, dude. Pretzels in Germany, amazing. But I was telling this to my friend that I never understand this whole like gatekeeping. My friend, that's her favorite DJ. That's why she took us to see him, right? Because it's like, become a fan because I want him to be popular. But then you have these fans that are like, you can't even call him by his name. Wouldn't that, as a new potential fan, put me off to ever become his fan? Because like, those are your fans. I don't want to go to your concerts because if I have to deal with people like this, then it's going to be a bad experience even if your music is good. You want your favorite DJ to do well, right? Like, what's the point of being this gatekeeping asshole? I need to be faster. Okay, we're good. So this is nice and custardy. So let's get the last of this. Mix this, kind of scrape it down to the sides. Now you have your little goop. So into the mold, scrape as best you can. This into the oven for 5 minutes. 5 minuti.
5 minutes later.
Take your pie out of the oven. So this should be kind of bouncy, jiggly puff. Because this, you kind of made a custard, right? Because custard is basically sugar and egg yolk. So now you need to wait for it to cool, because on top of this you're gonna put whipped cream. While this is cooling, put the bowl where you're gonna whip your cream into the fridge. Say 15 minutes, 20 minutes. It's been a minute. Your pie is cooled. See, now it's not as jiggly. It's still jiggly, but it's more like custardy. So now let's add the top part, which is your whipped cream. Into your chilled bowl goes your whipping, and then start whipping. Whip it. Whip it good. Now, make sure that you don't go too crazy, because last time I did whipped cream, I accidentally made butter. Because butter comes from whipping cream. When you whip it more than you should, you get whipped cream, and then after that, that's when you get butter and buttermilk. So just keep an eye out so that you don't get butter. So while this is whipping, you add in your 3 teaspoons or to taste. Let's do 2. I'm not that sugary. I'm so glad sugar doesn't go bad because I never use this. I never know when you know. I know for egg whites, but I don't know for stiff peaks. Yeah, sure. I think we're good. So you have your whipped cream, and you put it on top of your pie. There you go. So now this, you would put it to chill overnight. Well, it's tomorrow. Let's try this lemon pie. And look at this. See, the whipped cream is now good and stiff. Okay. For not having a tool, this isn't like the worst. Amazing. 10 out of 10. So grab a big bite with the cream and the custard at the bottom. Oh my god. That's some good stuff, man. Anyways, make this. Super easy to make. Crowd pleaser. I'm gonna take it today with my friends. Like, hey guys, I made you lemon pie. And comment your favorite DJs. Cheers.